Hey everybody, it's Eddie Joe in Crypto. I hope you're having a great day. Lot to unpack. So we have Plaid, which is a very established, banking platform. They're actually going to do something pretty cool. Some people might say it falls short, but I actually think it's a huge step. They're going to be offering basically read-only features for crypto. What that means is they've integrated several different exchanges into the platform where you'd be able to see your assets. So I know that seeing your assets is not the same as interacting with your assets, but that's actually a very big deal. There are a lot of portfolio services that are out there that enable the same thing. And this is only one step closer to actually interacting with your portfolio on the various exchanges. So I think that's a major, major step. And I think it's a wake up call to those companies that are only doing, the one trick pony thing. I think that financial institutions are starting to realize that they're going to have to address the needs of people that are existing in the cryptoverse. And the more people that get in, the more services that they're going to have to offer to actually keep their customers. Think about that. Anyway, Whistleblower Otaru says, and I could be pronouncing it wrong, but I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. He or she says that Alex Mashinsky, who is the CEO of Celsius, has been lying for a while. That's what they're alleging. Now, think about this. What Otaru is also saying is that not only has he been lying for a while, but that Celsius collapse might not even be because of the Terra Luna collapse. That would say that the business practices of Celsius are in question. Now, when I tell you to do your own research, DYOR, all the time. Don't just research the project. Research the individuals that are significant in the project. Have they made business decisions before at this level or near to it, right? Sometimes it's a new level for people, but what has been their track record? Okay, is it a good track record? Or do they have not such a good reputation in the business? Because that would tell you an idea about what they're doing and how they're doing it. It's sort of like Tron. I won't go after Tron at all. I don't care what kind of money I could make off of Tron. Why? I don't trust Justin Sun. So that's my own personal opinion, but that went into my research and that tells me how I'm going to invest or not invest. So it's actually a very big deal that this whistleblower is coming out with this kind of information, because I hope that it would bring to light that people must do their own research, and they must take their research far beyond just the cursory review of what they think a given project is going to be. Always dig deep. Dig deep, understand what's going on, and understand what you're investing in, and understand whether or not you get a vote or a say-so in how that particular project moves forward. The idea of decentralization, giving the vote to the community. Because that's what you're doing when you join some of these projects. You're joining their community. Anyway, the Bank of India, or I'm sorry, the Reserve Bank of India, I feel has lost its mind. They're keen on actually banning the cryptoverse altogether in India. Let that wash over you for a minute. For a while, I've been telling you about how India has been making moves to make it harder and harder and harder to do business as a part of the cryptoverse in India. Wazir X and its founders left. They left and went to Dubai. That should say a lot. Now, if you were to ban crypto altogether, think about what kind of move that is. That's a move from a flailing country. And I'm not saying that it's a poor country. I'm meaning flailing because they're trying to maintain control over their financial markets as opposed to giving that control to its people and allowing them to make their own choices, good or bad, right? So let's ban something. And let's really start to, think about this. The more you try to ban something, doesn't that usually mean the more people are going to go after it? Just saying. So as a country, India has already experienced a major brain drain. Now they're basically telling their people, no, we're not going to give you access to this. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. There are these things called VPNs. Good luck. I want to see them actually stop the cryptoverse. Maybe they'd be able to stop the cryptoverse based on taxes, maybe. I mean, but hardware wallets, VPNs, several different ways to onboard assets, let alone the reach of India's families from outside of India. Do you have any idea how many of my friends are from India but don't live in India? That would mean that they have an address and they could make financial decisions on behalf or take financial action based on what their family needs are. Their broad family. Think about this. That could help lead to the larger financial office or family office. I was thinking about this the other day. Basically I find a family office is an office that can help the broad stroke of a given family make financial decisions and make financial moves. They basically manage the family's wealth. Now, that's usually something that is, given to or created by rich people, wealthy people. But I want you to stop and think about something. A lot of families have that one person or persons that are into finance, that are into the new developments like crypto, like Web3, like all the technologies within the cryptoverse. That one person is used to, kind of educate everybody else. And then people say, well, I'm not confident in, I might make a mistake. I understand what I could be doing, but I might make a mistake in these transactions. Why don't you do it for me? And thusly, the regular person or ordinary person's family office is born, right? I'm teaching my kids. 2 of my kids are above 21 years old. One just turned 21. The other is, all of my kids are rock stars. I'm a dad. That's just how I feel. And one of them, my second oldest, is, very strong in the crypto space. But he's off running his own businesses, so he'll tap me and say, hey, Dad, can you do me a favor? I don't have time. Can you purchase blah, blah, blah? And I'll send you the money or whatever, but can you handle that right now? I think the time to strike is now. And we've done that a couple of times. Well, more than a couple of times. There's the family office. So India is in a position where they could be doing the same thing, just creating something where if you won't let your people have it, they will find a way. So again, India, Reserve Bank of India, good luck with that. Next up, Robert Kiyosaki. Wow. Author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Go read that. He says that CBDCs, or Central Bank Digital Currencies, are the purest form of communism. And I sit back and I kind of go, eesh, I don't know that I would go that far, but I can understand the actual argument. Now, take a step back. Think about what I was just saying about India, right? Look at CBDCs. CBDCs are government's ways of saying we need to take back control over our financial markets. And that's basically saying we need to keep people under thumb and control their finances and keep the cash cow going. Because what happens if the people continue to leverage cryptocurrencies over CBDCs? That's right, financial freedom. It means that they won't be willing to pay unnecessary bank fees for stupid things like, here, bank, you can hold my money and charge me for holding my money and using my money to invest in other things. Wow, think about that. You're charging me to make money off of my money. That's interesting, where back in the day, they would at least give you a piece of the pie. A teensy-weensy little piece, but it used to be a piece of the pie. So I sit there and I kind of think about, that level of financial freedom. And I say, yeah, Buddy Boy has a major point, right? That's a major point about, how things work. I don't know that I would call it communism, only because I don't like the word. But that's what it is. But at this stage of the game, you're just contemplating whether or not you do a CBDC. Biden just signed an executive order saying that we're going to do it, or at least go research it. Yeah, good luck with that. I just did, I'm one of those people. I try to find different places where I can, leverage, my crypto to go buy things, go transact. I found some place where I could go transact. It was fast, like real fast. And I sat there and I said, yeah, if I see the opportunity where somebody says we can accept crypto, I'd rather pay them in crypto. It does two things. It makes my life more convenient, makes me live off of, cash, the equivalent of cash, right? And it forces me to manage my money, put that all in one bucket. The second thing that it does is it gives that vendor the maximum amount of return. Do you know what that means? That means if a vendor is charging you $1 and you pay with a credit card, they're not losing 4 cents. It means they might be losing a split penny, if that. That's what that means. That means that vendor gets to make more money, which can translate into better prices, better actions, things like that. And people might say, "Oh, that's there's no guarantee that you'd see better pricing." Well, let's think about that. When credit cards were created, right? Companies had to tack on additional overhead into the price so that they would make as much money as they possibly could with a credit card transaction. What that did to the cash paying customer was hurt them, because now they're paying a penalty because of credit cards. So something that costs $1.10 would have possibly cost $1 back in the day. So when they say that, oh no, companies won't do that, I sit back and I say, no, they probably will. They probably will, because it keeps their customers coming back. That's the difference. So when I look at all of these moves by all of these countries that are doing things like instituting, crazy regulations and crazy hoops and constantly moving the goal line for crypto, bad moves. Again, VPNs exist, networks exist, families exist all around the world. Finance is going global no matter what you do. You can accept that, or you can fight it and see how that goes. Anyway, let's take a look at the numbers, because I think you're going to like the numbers. They've been going up all weekend, and there's a reason why. So let's just make this page a little bit wider so you can see everything. Let's make sure that we have the latest data. All right. So, that's not nice. Let's try that again. Anyway, this is pretty decently accurate for the day. Actually, you know what? I'm going to close this. Don't save it, and we can open it back up again. Actually, you know what? We don't even need it right now, because you'll be able to see it in the charts. Right now, Fear and Greed Index, you should be paying attention to this. It was as high as, I believe, 28. Now it's back down to 20, which is a very big deal, right? But remember, this is trailing, and there's been a lot of good news that have been coming out. So I assume that this is going to be up tomorrow. DeFi Llama, do you see this number? In the 80s. It's in the 80s. A couple of weeks ago, not even a couple of weeks ago, a few days ago, it was $10 billion less. Just bringing that up to you. Now, Bitcoin, look to see where this is. Above, so you see my inner band, and you know my rule. I need to see Bitcoin at above 22,000, which we keep touching right here. I need to see Bitcoin exist above 22,000 for an extended period of time before I would say we've reached our bottom, which would be approximately 17.6, right? It's a possibility that we could go back down. Definitely a possibility. But you have Bitcoin miners that are offline in Texas. That's a big deal. Why are they offline? Major heat wave, and Texas Governor Abbott is an idiot because he has not started anything with upgrading their energy grid. Brilliant, buddy. Brilliant. Keep chasing after dumb things instead of taking care of your people. Sometimes. But that's going to have an effect on the market. And that is, you can see that right here. Now, you also have Ethereum. Do you see that price of Ethereum? Do you see this? Do you see this? Yes, you're looking at a number that's close to 1,500. That should make you stop and choke for a minute. It was only a few weeks ago where crypto was below $1,000. For all of us that got in at that time, this is a good day. It is a great day. Now, I want you to stop and think about something. Why is Ethereum going up? It's going up for a lot of different reasons, and I've gone over it a lot of times, getting close to that new, move to proof of stake. Matic has had a lot of good information about what it's doing, also a part of the Ethereum ecosystem. Matic is making its own way, but put those together and the Ethereum ecosystem starts to grow and expand. You're talking about Cryptoverse being back in the $1 trillion market space. Woohoo. Now, look at that as a list. Over the past 30 days, what's been going on? Look at Ethereum and look at Bitcoin over the last 30 days. Ethereum's up 47%, almost 48%, and Bitcoin's up only almost 16% or 15.65. That is a very big deal. That means you could, even right now, I believe that you could buy Bitcoin, right? You'll get more Bitcoin for the dollar, wait a couple of minutes, and then you'd be able to buy more Ethereum. Or reverse that. You'd be able to buy some Ethereum right now and buy Bitcoin. And you could do that same thing with other pairs, right? You're taking a foreign exchange approach to cryptos, and that's not a new thing. That's a very well established thing. But pay attention to it. And there you are. Today's numbers. Anyway, if you like what I'm doing, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and definitely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. This is Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.